grab a cup, tune in, gather round. It's coffee time with John and Christie now. From Mexico days to grandkids at play, we've got stories, laughs, and things to say. So sip that brew, let's talk a while. Life is sweet with a laid-back smile. One day a week, maybe two, you see. It's coffee time with John and Christie. We love our Mexico life. Grab your coffee, let's chat.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
We're still married. Oddly, I'm still alive.
That's the odd thing.
Yeah, it's not fun being married to a postmenopausal woman.
He better stop right now.
No, it's like, okay, at nighttime now, happy Wednesday to you. So at nighttime now, we're sleeping at 24 degrees, which is still not cold enough. But
for an Eskimo.
For Christie, it's
am
like...
I allowed to say that?
I don't know. For Christie, though, she has a blanket on and she's always like so cold in the morning. She's like, open the door, open the door. Today, doors open, windows open. I can't believe I'm so hot.
Because you're having a shower at 8 million degrees.
No, that's not true. So, but it's always
morning,
the same.
Kat.
She's either
morning,
cold
Helen.
Or she's either hot. She's never like Goldilocks or the middle, the young bear just right. It's never like that. So yeah, I'm shocked I'm still married, shocked I'm still alive, but gosh darn it, I got coffee. She's got coffee, so I get to live another day.
These cups are hot.
They are.
They're cute though. I mean, I need to show you guys this again. It's just such a pretty cup. Personalized with my name on it.
So I've been watching some Italian videos lately. Don't know why. Chris is like, you're missing it, aren't you? Maybe. But we found out that Venice is the oldest operating coffee shop. It's been since the 1700s.
He told me, he says, yeah, but next time we're not going to go for 2 months. And I said, he says, next time I'm not going to go for 2 months. And I said, oh, well, what am I going to do while you're gone? He didn't get it
I
at
have
first.
no idea what she meant because I'm like, wow, am I dying? Because I just wondered maybe she knew something I didn't. But no, she meant,
I'd stay and he'd go back is what it is.
Yes, just like she's going to India without me. She's been to Peru without me. She goes to all the cool places without me. I don't know why.
So I can have fun.
Maybe.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. But then I find out too.
Hi, Debbie.
We know lots of wives that go without their husbands to these places.
There are a lot of women that travel together as, just as friends. And I think that's awesome. I actually enjoy traveling with my husband. I'm going to India because my daughter is speaking, my youngest daughter is speaking at a conference in India, and she was going to go and hang out regardless, considering she was all the way over there, but her husband couldn't go with her. So I said, Mommy will do it. I will take one for the team, and I will go explore India. Now, India, again, has never been a place where I thought, I need to go. But, I need to go. I bought the tickets already.
She did. Next year, we found out, we were just chatting today, next year it's our 20th anniversary for our business. So we need to have a big party. So hopefully you're here in November of next year. We don't know what the party is going to be, but we have we haven't heard him yet, but apparently he's a decent singer.
One of our new agents is a singer.
Yeah.
So we may have him entertain us.
Who
knows? Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Pung. How are you? Your buddy back? Have you bugged Queen enough yet?
Yeah, it's like she's missed her little sister.
And I know it is not Tuesday. We didn't do it yesterday because, we just didn't. Why didn't we do it yesterday?
I don't know.
We just didn't do it, I guess. Because I didn't have...
Oh, you had a haircut?
Oh, I had a hair appointment. Well, of course, I had a hair appointment. Look how short.
Mine isn't
sure.
until Friday, which is why I've got the poofies. Also,
Are you booked for Friday for sure?
oh, I'm booked
Oh,
for
good.
Friday at 11 o'clock. Been working out and really enjoying it. Not like that. Just doing upstairs at my house. I just walk around in circles. So if you live in the neighborhood across the way,
Los Mangoes.
Los Mangoes, I'm sorry.
Hey,
Because I'm not
Sherry.
wearing a shirt because it's hot right now. But I've been ending on the elliptical trainer and I do 3 bursts of 20 seconds of exhaustion. It's like max incline, max effort, and holy cow. So today I had an additional 10 seconds, and apparently it's supposed to be really good for you. We'll see. I have no idea. But yeah, I've been watching so many good videos. And guys, carnivore hands down is the only way as human beings we're supposed to be. There's over 100 years of research that carbs truly, truly are destroying our brains, destroying our bodies. It's just very sad. But I did watch this great video today. This woman who had Alzheimer's, they have this scale, and when you're below 10, you need help peeing and going to the bathroom. She was at 14, and now she's all the way back up. She got fired from her job. She was a cardiac nurse, and he says having you here is going to kill people. We had to fire her, or they fired her.
Mm.
But now they got rid of all the plastics in the house. They got rid of every single carb in the house, which is fascinating because they're from the South. So even though she was in the throes of Alzheimer's dementia starting, she's just sobbing and so angry. How can you get rid of my bread? I need my cornbread. And now she had, for her 36th wedding anniversary, he got her a cupcake. She had one bite. All of a sudden, the darkness came back and she couldn't think straight. She's like, oh my gosh, I can never do this again. And that's exactly the reason I'm sharing this is I've been having blueberries, and all of a sudden, after I have blueberries, I'm exhausted. So, yesterday and the day before, I did not have blueberries. The weirdest thing was not exhausted.
Mm.
So, I'm afraid I need to get rid of the carbs, period. And yeah,
Pung is saying that not wearing a shirt is okay, but please put your pants on.
I have the wall high enough where, unless you're like on the third or fourth floor, you don't know I'm not
My eye
wearing
is
pants.
watering for some reason,
It means you're crying.
but I'm not. I'm not crying.
So I noticed today on our door, there's this little piece of paper. It's about this big. It's hand drawn, and it says, "Nana, you're the best." And it's written by a little child or somebody with dementia. But it was probably a little child. I'm guessing probably
It
Taylor.
was Taylor that put that up there. Yeah,
So yeah.
and she put it on the wall. I didn't put it up there. She put it on my door. I mean,
Come on.
She just wanted me to know every time I went into my room.
Come on. Grandkids are so cool.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah. So I know with Christie, she can have them 24/7. I can't.
It's because he's grumpy and old.
No. Our childhood, our kids' childhood is very, very different than most of y'all's. Our kids, when they were growing up, were with us 24/7 because we homeschooled. We did not send them to school. Even when we ran our business, they were with us there. We used them as cheap slave labor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that wasn't slave. They get between 10 cents and 25 cents per necklace. They got a percentage of
and all
everything.
the necklaces they could wear.
That is true. They did. So we had fun. We've taught them some great things by doing the farmers markets. But it was an odd childhood. So for us, our kids all left at 16 and 17. And people were like, oh my gosh, that would be so sad. And it was, but it wasn't. Because we didn't find out until they all left that, oh my gosh, we have money left over.
We can buy the good cheese.
We can buy good cheese. Like that for Christie is how she knew we had money because the cheese level went way up. And
I like good cheese. I love cheese.
Our fridge is filled with cheese.
That's not true.
Oh,
We have a drawer that's filled with cheese.
We probably got
I will give them
about
that.
8 to 10 different
But
types
you
of
need
cheese.
different cheeses for different things. Hello?
They go bad before we eat them all.
Lately, they haven't. Pung is saying that maybe I wrote it, put it on the wall myself.
No.
And then she says the girl was cute doing that. She is adorable.
It was. So, for the dementia test, they ask you to draw a clock, and you'll do this, and you'll put the little numbers up at the top here, and the little it's just weird. All of a sudden, her clocks were good again. So, if you want to make a good clock picture, make sure you don't have dementia.
That's interesting. I wonder why it is a clock that
I don't know.
doesn't.
And it was fascinating because she said it was like the darkness was gone. She was living in darkness. I just think it's fascinating.
Dementia is a terrible thing.
It's horrible. Horrible. But yeah, carbs. Who knew? And we're convinced we need them. I need my chocolate cake. I need my cheesecake. You don't need it.
You can make a carbless cheesecake.
Yes, you can. But I'm talking more
Don't
in the
say
metaphorical.
cheesecake. Don't take that away from me. It's got cheese in it. Hello.
That's true. It does have cheese in it. But there are people where if they have dairy, all of a sudden they're inflamed. So, and there's even different reasons for that too.
Pung said, "Oh
What?
no, I guess it."
She's taken it back.
She did
Pung
take
has
it
never
back.
taken back anything. Ever. No, we love Pung. We really do. She puts the Pung in punk. That's all I can tell you. No, if you listen.
No, don't
Punk,
talk.
Punk.
She doesn't eat cheese. She's just weird. Well,
She
it's not
puts
the only reason. I'm just saying.
She puts the Pung in punk. So Pung, you can use that. I love that. You're a punk. You ain't got no Pung in you though.
You should probably stop now.
Maybe.
Anyhow, so
What's going on in our world? Well, we went to Guayabitos
we went on Sunday, just John and I.
and we found a
Afternoon.
resort. So we're going to be at a resort with our grandkids and our children. Well, the oldest child and his wife and the grandkids.
I think Ken's and Chris will come out for a day or
That
something.
was very smart. But we're going to be at it's called the Casablanca Resort. And it's a very nice place. Not inexpensive, but it's going to be good. I think we're there for 4 days from the
31st to the 4th.
Okay. Yep. So there you go. So we will need to have Bunny stay at our place and look after your precious, which is the little golden ring that she puts on her finger, and she said, "I'm going to rule the world."
Or it could be my dog.
Could be the dog.
That is still alive, if anybody's wondering.
We have people that come over and they're like, "Holy crap, she's still alive." So you haven't mentioned her.
We're
so
all
we just
shocked, actually.
We are all
and
shocked.
she seems to be doing okay. There'll be days where she won't eat for like 2 or 3 days. But then she'll eat everything in sight. So I don't she's very picky about what she eats. And the dumb dog loves chicken, but she's allergic to it.
But if Bunny comes over, she'll eat, and her little tail's wagging. She loves Bunny.
Yes.
Bunny is Amanda, and she lives very close to us.
She says she doesn't mind. People make fun of her name all the time. See, she thinks you're making fun of her.
What? No.
Pung. He's mean.
I'm not making fun of her name. I love Pung. It's Pung and Punk. Hello.
We have forget.
Yeah.
Even
try
at
and
the
live
resort.
with that. Oh, yeah.
The girl's like, "Oh, I was just wondering if you forgot." I'm like,
Well, when we first moved to Mexico, we thought, well, we'll get a little bit of a break.
yeah.
But there is one word that every single Mexican knows in English: forget.
Yeah.
Every
A lot of
single
people
one.
know that word.
Yep. It's like, olvido. And they all laugh hysterically.
Well, you laugh hysterically. Hey, Ed, good morning.
Well, you got mock.
I know.
Like, understand poor Christie, her name choice.
No, it wasn't my choice. It
Well,
was what I was given.
And I kind of demanded that she married me. She never really had a choice. Like, she did not have a choice. Because if you don't know the story, I go to work. I was 16 years old. My buddy Derek and I were going to get a job. We were at a job interview at Chuck E. Cheese. And it was Halloween, the day of Halloween. I just kissed another girl at a dance, just kissed her at the dance. So we go there, and there's Christie. Christie is in a costume. She's dressed like a baby, which kind of makes it creepy, but it wasn't creepy for me. But I said to my buddy as we're leaving, I said, "Oh my gosh, I just..."
And I was sick.
She
They
was.
called me in because I was over 18. He wasn't. I was over 18, and they needed, because Chuck E. Cheese sold liquor, there needed to be, I think, two people in management or whatever. So, anyways,
It was just like the moment I knew I was to move to Mexico. Choice made, done.
so then there's these two little punks thinking that they're going to date me.
No. I said, I am going to marry her. And my buddy's like, "No, I'm going to marry her." I said, "No, I'm serious. That's the girl I'm going to marry." So I went home, told my mom, "That's the girl I'm going to marry today." My mom's like, "Oh, okay, you weirdo." And guess what? 38 years almost.
Still a weirdo, but
Still a weirdo.
So Pung said I could add a small middle name. Never.
Never what?
Christie, never forget.
Well, maybe. That's actually not too bad. Because her maiden name was
Hey,
Mock.
Wendy.
Mock. So it's like, her name would be Christie Mock Forget. It's like, how do you live with that? It's like, do you really remember? And you're mock forgetting? I don't know. I worked when I was 17 at a teenage bar. And you can't serve alcohol there, and you couldn't do drugs, but obviously there were drug dealers there, which did not have any control over whatsoever. But they were called mocktails, and I would call them Christie Butts. That's what I would call them.
Yeah. It was funny not.
Oh.
I was too old. I was too old to go. I was over 18.
She was too old.
I couldn't go to the bar my husband worked at.
But
my boyfriend.
The nephew of the owners were twins, but the nephew of the owner, he says to me, "Does she have a sister, dude? Does she have a sister?" I'm like, "No, just two brothers." Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very fun time. They were fun times. And I knew I was going to marry her. Still had a girl to go through first. And I say go through, we did nothing. But there was a pool attached. So I went to Holy Trinity in Edmonton, and you've got the Catholic high school, a public swimming pool, and a public school.
Well, it was like a rec center.
It was a rec center,
Yeah.
but it was two schools attached.
Yeah.
And apparently there was only like one or two of these places in all of Canada at the time. And we never really had problems. But the girl who I went out with, I can't even remember her name, and Christie does. What was her name? You do know her name.
It doesn't matter. Just keep going.
So I took her there to the pool, and so then she's down swimming, and Christy and I are up there, and she's down in the pool. She yells, "Hey, John, you take all your girlfriends there?" It's like, never thought of that. That was the last time I went there with you.
Who'd you else just go with?
I don't know. I didn't go with anybody else. So we have
You
been...
say that now. I want the truth.
We've been married now, like I said, almost 38 years. And it's just been it's been fun. I mean, there's the tough times. People always talk about the tough times, and the tough times, I think, make the good times. Because there were times when we only had 2 kids. I was ready to leave her. And the smartest thing I ever did was call, his name was Don Klemick. And he had 5 kids, and they all loved and respected him. He was in Souris, Manitoba. And I drove with a buddy of mine. We went, I can't remember how many hours it was, 10, 12 hours for a 1-hour meeting with him. But he said to me, "John, if Christie's being a bag," I'm like, "Yeah, and a hag." "Yes, and a nag." "Oh my gosh, it's like you're reading my mind." He says, "It's your fault." I took the phone. I swear to God, I banged it. And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I must have misheard you." So he went on and he explained some things. He gave me some counsel, and that counsel changed my life. 30 days later, brand new relationship. And I still have to do that every once in a while, especially lately, to remind myself I'm kidding. I am so kidding there. That was a joke.
Wow. I thought things were going pretty good.
No, just kidding. But please, 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 anybody who counseled me to leave her is no longer a part of our life. Those are not your friends. Anybody who wants to get you the fast, easy, quick, get rid of them. It's horrible, horrible counsel because it's only through the bad things that you get to the good things. Our life is meant to be full of struggles. We're meant to overcome. We're meant to move
It makes
forward.
us stronger
It
if you
makes
learn
us stronger.
something from it.
Yeah. Always learn the lessons that are put in front of you. Always. And you're going to have a great life. Just never, ever, ever take the easy way out. Ever. That's it.
I have to agree with that.
Have fun. And if God says to move to Mexico, for goodness sakes, move to Mexico. But then understand too that time will go so much quicker. I've learned that the seasons, I think, are really what make things go slower. Because you go spring, summer, fall, winter, and then you're going over and over. Where if you're just in a perpetual summer, it just seems to go by real fast. And it could just be getting older too.
Yeah,
The older I
I'm
get.
sorry, I missed your comment. Is there a piano player there named Sam? Now it's totally out of context. I have no idea what you mean.
I think it's the plate
Sorry.
again. It's Casablanca.
Um,
Casablanca Resort.
Oh, Mike.
I get it.
More dad jokes. You two better stop.
It does. Mike sends me dad jokes, and I really do appreciate them. I do.
I don't. I don't think they're funny.
She doesn't get them. She
I'm not
does.
a dad.
She does get the old wives' tales, though.
Ooh.
Just gonna leave it there for you. Don't do that. Do you know how loud that is? Stop. Hammer time.
So,
So what's going else?
I don't know. There's not much else to say after all that kind of garbage.
Eva. Hello, Eva. See, Eva is such an integral part to our young relationship, pre-marriage and even post-marriage for a bit. Very dear friends. And it's funny, you see them 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later. It's like no time has passed. Yes, we look a little older, a little chunkier. Eva does not. But it is just one of those things where all of a sudden it's like, wow, I'm a child again. I love that. And there are things that we can do too that just make me remember those days. Because I loved being young. I love being old, but I loved being young also. And it's just nice to get those memories and those remembrances. And that is the whole reason right there
Have a good week too, Pung.
why I can never have carbs again, because I don't want to affect this. They talk about dementia, they talk about Alzheimer's being type 3 diabetes. We need to know that. We need to get rid of the carbs. And there is zero cheating. You can't cheat because your body, you can only screw it up so many times. And it's like, I'm done. I'm done. So, but our bodies can get better. So, and this is kind of why now we're working out. Even today, Christie's like, okay, how are we going to do this? Because I need air conditioning to do the working out.
He comes back and he is just dripping with sweat. And I'm like, I won't do it. I know I need to, but...
Yeah, you've got that little girl on the door who says, Nana, you're the best. Let's just prove it.
And I'm also really smart, and I know I can bring the weights downstairs because I'm not going to do the elliptical. There's other things that I can do, at least not right now.
Yes, you cannot say you're never... Please, 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 never say never.
Because I said not.
I know, but the moment you say never, you have already written off
Hey, Deborah.
part of this. Don't do that to yourself, ever.
As a woman who is aging and not in great fitness, there are a lot of things that I can do before I go kill myself on an elliptical
Yeah, but
trainer.
you never say never. Ever, ever, ever.
I didn't.
Never.
I said not. Like this thing should be at our house because you don't use it here.
It's so noisy. I use it here. I do use it every single day. I do it for maybe 3 to 5 minutes.
I thought you stopped using it.
No. You said you could hear everything out there. You can't hear that. That is loud.
No, you can't. Unless it just sounds like something we assume is from outside. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Christie was telling me we do have insulation in these walls. We have echoes in here, which kind of sucks. But we do need to seal off our doors, etc. So yeah, there's some things here that we made some shortcuts like we never did, but and I would have paid more. I would have paid more.
We did what we thought was right at the time, and now we are paying for it because we have to do it again.
In Mexico, for gosh sakes, never, ever, ever,
Don't pick the cheapest.
never take the
bid.
cheapest ever, ever, ever.
But ours
ever.
this wasn't the cheapest bid.
No.
It was, so anyways.
He did listen. I mean, this is the same guy who Zach's house upstairs, we have this space. It was this big space. We had him put 3 bedrooms up there and a living area and kind of an outdoor kitchen space. And he only put one freaking plug-in.
Yeah, so it's a light switch and an outlet. That's it.
That's it. For plug-ins in the entire bedroom, it is just one, and it's right beside the light switch. Like, that to me is just bizarre.
Yeah, so it's not convenient at all. And
so in here, I kept saying,
more. I need more.
More.
I need more.
More. And even when he's like, okay, that's enough, I'm like, nope, I want another 14. So I don't understand.
So we have lots of outlets. We're still finding areas where we could have used a couple more concentrated ones in an area, but it's fine. We're working with it. A good power bar and.
Well, we have free electricity here. We have solar panels. Years ago, when we were at our downtown location, but the one before the one we were on Centro, we had written in this news article that we were going to get solar panels, and we were. The problem is on that building, the guys in front of us had built high enough where the solar panels, we would have had to build a structure that would have been almost 2 stories to get above.
And that would have been just dangerous.
Just
with
dangerous.
Winds and stuff.
So we waited, and we had bought solar panels.
Yeah, they sat in our driveway
for almost 2 years.
2 years, and then we
put them at our house.
This house now, and then we put them up there.
So this
after we built up, because it was a bungalow, and we built up another level, and then
so at this office we have a 10K solar panel system. So right now in our reserve, so you're only allowed to do like 1 year of production. So after that 30 days, everything from that year previous is kind of gone, but we still have 4,500 or 4,600 kilowatts that every year we have to get rid of now until we open up that office on the side.
And do whatever we decide to do with that. Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do? Because you can only have the AC on for 24 hours so often. There's only 24 hours in a day. Because we do have one machine that stays on 24 hours.
I thought you don't leave this one on?
No.
Oh, I thought you left this one on too.
Only if I forget. But every day now, I always
turn
remember now.
Off.
Yeah.
I was actually, I think it was Kenzie that suggested maybe we do a little comfortable area in that office. So if Mike or Shirley want to go and have a private,
that's a great
quiet
idea.
lunch or something.
Yeah, maybe get a nice comfortable couch, like something where you just soak into it. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, we don't want them to fall asleep.
It's fine. I have no problem with that.
So it's something that we can think about.
The older I get, the more I realize Ecclesiastes in the Bible is so true. So you've got Solomon, this incredibly wealthy. He was the wealthiest man in the world. And even at the end, he realized, what's it all worth? If you're not enjoying life and having fun, don't work your ass off. That has given me so much release in the last 2 or 3 weeks. The more I think about this and reflect on that I'm like, why? Why am I so focused all the time?
What does that mean? We're going to go to Thailand?
Maybe. It's why we're going to Guayabitos and staying at a nice resort with our grandkids.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, why?
We
why
do
not?
tend to take them for a few days every year when they get a vacation time because they work hard at the church, and we like to spoil our granddaughters every once in a while and do something special with them. So usually we fly somewhere. We'll go to Mexico City, or we've been to Guadalajara with them and all kinds of things. And I was looking into other places to go, and he hadn't been able to nail down his dates yet. And then the whole school thing started, and we weren't sure if they were going to finish school that week. And then, of course, they couldn't miss their last week of school, blah, 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 blah. And so I said, you know what, let's just go have a beach weekend.
Yep.
or a few days at the beach. So we're just going to go and we're just going to enjoy ourselves. The resort that we're staying at is right on the beach, so it's easy to go down to the water and go play. There's a pool, there's a restaurant on site. The sand, though, oh, it was hot on the feet.
Yeah. We're hoping it's not. Who's been to Guayabitos lately on a non-Sunday? Because that town
That would
has
be called
changed.
a weekday.
Yeah, the town has changed.
Yeah.
Where it used to be a field of people, now it's a field of tents. And those tents have restaurants and bars and all this stuff.
It's kind of a neat idea
It is.
to be on the beach like that and have that access. So there's umbrellas and there's chairs, because there aren't a lot of beach restaurants in Guayabitos.
No.
So I'm pretty sure that is why they did it. So I think it's going to be fun exploring those little places.
Yeah, Guayabitos is one of my favorite vacation towns. When people come to Mexico, and if they're like, that town is dirty, this town is terrible, blah, blah, blah. If they can't go to Guayabitos and have a good time, but this time Christy says to me, you're lying to people, you know.
Well, Guayabitos isn't as clean as it used to be.
It isn't.
And
which
the
is
sidewalks
sad.
aren't as good as they used to be.
Kinda sad.
It's getting, and there's a lot of construction happening though, and upgrades and stuff. So hopefully it will get better. But it used to be fairly pristine, and it is not anymore.
No, and that's what I'm wondering. So if any of you have been to Guayabitos on a non-Sunday, are all of those tents on the beach still? Or is it the time of year?
We will find out in a couple of weeks.
I just want to know now.
We not going back until we go. So
That is true.
And we'll find out whether they are or not. If they're not, then we'll find other places to eat. If they are, then we'll try them out.
But back to this whole thing, I always tell them you need to check out Guayabitos, because Guayabitos as a tourist town kind of makes sense to me. You've got the house area, you've got the hotel area, you've got the market area, and the market area is kind of La Pinita where the workers live. So it just kind of makes sense to me. And it's almost like if that area doesn't work for you, then I don't think Mexico's any place for you.
Unless you want to be in Nuevo Vallarta or...
Yeah, Nuevo Vallarta is a good place. Nuevo Vallarta is for people that want to be in Mexico but not be in Mexico. Once you're through that gate and you've got those rules that you have to contend with, you got rules. And I'm kind of the anti-rule
Every
guy.
once in a while, he's like, we should buy in a condo, or we should buy in a coto. And I'm like, no, we should not.
Yeah, because I would be so miserable. I truly would be. My thought process is it'll be nice not having chickens and goats and cows.
Not dirt roads, because we have, I mean, anybody that's been to our house or our office or Thai Bistro knows what the roads are like in our area. And it's dusty and it's dirty and it's never ending. So I can wash my truck, and by the time I go to an appointment, it's dusty. So it would be nice to go to a place and live and not have all that dust. But at the same time, we're not those people.
No.
We've really, I mean, in our early years, we lived in apartments. But even then, we were not apartment people.
Yeah.
We did it because that's all we could afford.
You need to understand this in Mexico. We have 4-inch sewer pipes now, which are great. If you get a chance to live in a place in Mexico, please make sure you've got 4-inch sewer pipes.
Or make sure you don't flush your toilet paper.
Yeah, because we've lived in places, now it gets complicated. We lived in this brand new apartment building in Hereditaris.
Las Juntas.
Yes, sorry.
We've
Las
never
Juntas.
lived in Hereditaris.
We have. But in Las Juntas, which is kind of by the airport. And it was a brand new building. And nobody ever said to us, don't flush the toilet paper. We had a waterfall go through our house. And I am telling you, it was not water.
Clean.
It was not clean water.
It was disgusting.
It was.
And there was carpet in that building.
Our neighbors are all like, what are you doing flushing toilet paper? I'm like, nobody told us.
We were new to Mexico. We'd only been here a few months.
Remember, we had never been to Mexico before.
Yeah.
We don't know the rules.
Homeowner associations suck. You are right, Deborah. And
Yes.
that is part of the reason. I mean, and as realtors, yes, for some people it is the best choice. If you're not here and you
Yes.
need, but not all homeowner associations are equal. Some are great and some are awful. But
It's like governments. It's
yeah,
100% a government. And unless you understand that, you're going to have whatever is in your way. Sometimes you've got tyrants. So, sometimes you have collective. Sometimes you have nothing. I prefer nothing, actually.
and as many of you that know John, he does not always play well with others.
No. Oh my gosh. I had to work on a committee. Like I was brought in as a guest last week. And I'm just sitting there so frustrated because we have had this situation with our
Hey,
MLS
Quinn,
since
welcome back.
2009. I said this day will come where we will have this problem. That day was a year ago, and they've been talking about this for a year. I was not a part of this. They invited me to come in because I'm the guy who brought in the MLS because they said, John, you will sell it to the people. Because I'm a 16-year-old, I got an 18-year-old to marry me. Think about how hard that is. But
We didn't get married at 16 and 18.
no, I was 18 when we got married, but they brought me in, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, oh my God, the same conversations from 2009 are happening in 2026, and they're not listening and grasping what I am saying. And part of that is on me, but I hate committees. I will just get it done, be done. I'm done. But
Again, he does not play
oh,
well
I
with
don't.
others.
I really,
So-
really don't.
And Quinn, we are both doing well. Thank you for asking.
Yes.
And it's nice to have you back in Mexico.
Yeah, it is.
Your pictures and your travels looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Well, we're calling it traveling, but she just kind of went back home.
She went home, yeah.
It's like, saying we're back in Edmonton and they're like, oh, your travels look fun. That was not fun. That was home.
Well, it's not really anymore.
It isn't home, actually.
I have a
we're done with
brother-
Edmonton.
I have a brother and his family in just outside of Edmonton, and I have a son for now in Calgary.
Are you getting rid of him as your son?
And we have
Sorry, Spence. You've been voted off the
a
island.
daughter soon to be in BC. So right now, there's nowhere like before when we would travel up to Canada, we had my mom and dad's house, and that was home, and we would go and stay there for as long as we stayed in the country, and then we would travel and do whatever we did during that. We don't have that anymore. I mean, Spencer lives in a 1-bedroom apartment. Shay and Matt, well, I think Shay and Matt will have a bigger house, so we might be able to go stay with them in BC. I know I will be on my way back from India. I'm going to go spend a few days in Nanaimo with them. Hopefully catch up with some friends that are there, Velvet and Trudy.
And we have been rambling about nothing.
Isn't that what we do?
Yeah, but I think today we talked a little bit more about us, which is kind of nice. I mean,
But
I like you.
people are still listening, so I guess, and commenting. Anyways, on that note, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you guys so much for joining in.
Yes.
And we will see you next time. Have a great week.
Yes, and a great life. If I happen to disappear this week, have a great life. It will be.